you tried practice 4.24. So it says the upward normal force exerted by the floor is 620 newtons on an elevator passenger who weighs 650 newtons. What are the reaction forces of those two forces? And is the passenger accelerating? If so, what are the magnitude and direction of the acceleration? So the reaction forces. So whenever we hear reaction force, we want to think third law. What are the two objects exerting forces on one another? So if the elevator is pushing up on our passenger with 620 newtons, that means our passenger is pushing down on the elevator with 620 newtons. So this 620 newtons, sometimes you'll see this reading as the apparent weight, meaning this is how hard that person is pushing on a scale they might be standing on. So this is maybe what the scale reads if you're one of those people that, stands on a scale in an elevator. The 650 newtons, well, this is from gravity. So what's producing gravity? The Earth, meaning that the Earth is pulling this person down with 650 newtons, and the person then is pulling the Earth up with 650 newtons as well. So that would be our action-reaction pair, is between the Earth and the person, and then between the person and the elevator floor. All right, now it wants us to know, what about the acceleration? Well, just looking at a question, you can tell which force is larger. The larger force points in the direction of the net force, and thus the acceleration. So down is our larger force, so this must be accelerating down. Now, something to be careful of here, this doesn't tell me which direction it's moving in, it only tells me about the direction of the acceleration. So this elevator could be moving up, positive velocity, and accelerating down, and in that case, it would be slowing down because the velocity and acceleration are in opposite directions, or it could be moving down and accelerating down and speeding up. We don't know. All forces tell us about is acceleration. They tell us about a change in motion, not about the motion itself. Now, if we want to go ahead and calculate that acceleration, we're going to need to sum up the forces in the y direction and solve. Now, to find the mass, I will have to do a little extra work here. So the weight of our person is 650 newtons. So 650 divided by 9.8 will tell me what the mass is. So creating my equation here, so I've called down my positive direction. So if I choose down as my positive direction, my acceleration will come out negative. So I have 620 minus 650 equals the mass, so ups minus downs for creating my equation here. And I have 650 divided by 9.8 for the mass times the acceleration. Go ahead, solve for that acceleration. So I end up with negative 30 divided by 650 divided by 9.8. And so my acceleration comes out to negative 0.45 meters per second squared. Of course, this negative here is referring to the fact that the acceleration is down, just as we predicted. So this is 0.45 meters per second squared down as your acceleration. There you go.